Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with the daily stock market, and look at that, a huge green day in the stock market. Friday and Thursday, what's going on in the stock market? We're going to talk all about it, everything you need to know that you might have missed over the weekend. We got all your updates in this video. Matterport's up 24%, by the way. Redfin following up 21%. Unity is on an absolute tear in the last week from lows, up 50% since it's bottomed at $21 per share. So we're going to talk about that. We also have Coinbase now up 12%, closer to $56 per share, and we have Neo up 11% along with SoFi. So make sure you strap in, get ready for this video. We're also going to talk about a full earnings update, so make sure you're subscribed with post notifications on, like this video, and let's jump into an earnings update right now. Okay, so here is our week of earnings. It is an exciting earnings, so let's dive into what's going on. Monday before the open, we have Tyson, Sundial Growers, which is a cannabis company, by the way. We have Clear, which is a travel company. We have Oatly, which is a plant-based company. So those are going to be some interesting ones. After the close, we don't have much going on. Okay, so we skip over to Tuesday. Before open, this is when it really starts to get interesting because we have Walmart, one of the biggest retailers, reporting earnings on Tuesday before the open. So Walmart earnings will definitely have an effect on the stock market as a whole. We can see if retail spenders are cutting back on spending, but with home prices near all-time highs, the Home Depot could be reporting good earnings. We can dive a little bit deeper on that. Make sure you subscribe with post notifications on. And then we have C, which is a forgotten stock that's down around 90%. They had a lot of metaverse potential and very popular over a year ago. Moving on to Tuesday after the close, we settled down a little bit. We have Advanced Auto Parts. And then going to Wednesday before open, we have Target. And based off of Walmart's earnings, by the way, Target could be influenced on Tuesday before the open. So keep that in mind if you're trading any options on Target or if you hold a large position on Target or Walmart. Lowe's is also an interesting one, and that one's going to be influenced by the Home Depot. Moving on to Wednesday after the close, very big company reporting, which is Nvidia. And by the way, we've already seen AMD and Intel all report earnings on their semiconductor chips. So that could influence the way Nvidia earnings are reported. It also could be easier to predict for some people. Cisco earnings also reporting on Wednesday. Thursday before the open is a very interesting one because we have Alibaba. Alibaba has sold off tremendous amounts. So the question is, will Alibaba push even lower past the 5-year low and go to all-time lows? Or will it skyrocket 30 to 20% Thursday before the open? We also have retailers like Macy, Kohl's reporting. We have food companies like BJ, Dole, reporting, and we also have another Chinese company reporting, Weibio. Now, if we go to Thursday after the close, we have really just Gap reporting and Ross Dress for Less, which are obviously both just clothing brands. Friday before the open is an interesting one, JD.com, which is actually a big Chinese company on the New York Stock Exchange, and then Foot Locker, which is a good dividend stock, clothing brand stock as well. Now, before we go into individual stocks, let's go over some overall macro news going on in the stock market. By the way, follow my Twitter page if you haven't already. TDSM stocks were verified with a nice check mark because of that Twitter blue. I retweet all the best stuff here every day. So seeing what some retweets are, we have an analyst saying that SPY US stocks could rally another 25% now that the Fed no longer has its back against the wall fighting against inflation. We see some more information, stocks that are always in demand. Costco, Home Depot, Lowe's, a lot of those are reporting this week, by the way. Microsoft, Airbnb, Caterpillar, Alphabet, Google, Walmart. Do you agree? What would you add? So you can even read through some of these comments. Is always fun to do as well on my Twitter page. We even have official Kathy Woods tweeting out an interesting tweet. If inflation is unwinding as we believe, then we could be heading back to the future, the roaring 20s. The last time several general purpose technologies evolved at the same time, the telephone, electricity, and the internal combustion engine. The setup is remarkably similar, and she goes on a very long-winded explanation of that via Twitter. So if you want to read the full tweet, head over to my Twitter, scroll down and click on it, and then just read the comments. She linked everything there. Okay, just in. Oh, we'll actually skip that one, but layoffs is an interesting one. Okay, workforce in 2022 as in percent. Twitter 50%, Intel 20%, Snapchat 20%, Coinbase 18%, Meta 13%, Redfin 13%, Goldman Sachs 3%, Microsoft 1%, Amazon hires freezing, and Apple hires freezing as well. And the industry and the stock market looks at Apple, and if they're hiring freezing, and if Apple even starts laying people off, that's going to be a big red flag. Okay, Apple and Amazon are pretty much the gold tier, and Microsoft too. But as you can see, Microsoft is already at 1% layoffs. Apple hasn't started the layoffs yet, but they have hired freezing. Amazon has hired freezing. So the question is, will we see Amazon and Apple start to lay people off as well? And there's a lot of other stories that you can check out here. But let's dive into some individual stocks. Comment below what stocks you personally want to see next, but I think Walmart is an important one to talk about this week because they are reporting earnings and they can definitely be moving the markets. They're up, by the way, 6% in the last month. In the last 3 months, they're up 9%. And from lows to highs, up 10% in the last 3 months. We also see in the last year, around April, we actually saw Walmart fall around 25% in just a span of 1 month, which was unprecedented. A very big fall for Walmart, and whoever bought back then probably bought around $120 per share and is currently up on some shares. You can see I have an average cost of $126 per share. And if we scroll down, we can see that this is a dividend stock, 1.5, PE ratio 28. So it's pretty fair valued right now. Market cap is 390 billion. Okay, so here we have an interesting article that's mainly focused around Walmart. Stock market rally meets retail sales and retail earnings. What to know this week. U.S. stocks are coming off their best week since June, and Wall Street's ability to extend the winning streak in days ahead likely hinges on the news of the retail sector. Lighter inflation data rekindles investors' hopes that a monetary policy shift is near, and key earnings results from retailers and the government's October report on the sector could put the optimism to the test. Walmart, Target, and Home Depot top of the lengthy docket of companies scheduled to unveil their third quarter earnings this week. And we go on to read a strong reading on retail stocks could derail the markets or push higher. Bloomberg's consensus estimates around a 1% jump in the main measure of its monthly report, if realized on Wednesday, would reflect spending remains strong and the consumer remains resilient. Investors could interpret that strength as a signal to Fed's officials that they have more room for hikes. According to Bank of America, two factors are at account for the anticipated jump in October's print: another round of Amazon Prime Day and related promotions in addition to July's event, along with the deployment of one-off stimulus payments in California, which accounts for about 1/7 of the national economy. A pickup in gas spending due to higher prices in gasoline also contribute to the expected increase. On the earnings front, Walmart will kick off a big week of retail report when the retailer reports before the open on Tuesday. Analysts expect that the megastore got a boost from back to school shopping, along with more value spending amongst the U.S. consumers, weighing down on rising prices. And that kind of contributes to the same thing as Target, by the way, can also benefit from that back to school spending. Same thing as Walmart. And from that one-off stimulus from California. At the same time, results are expected to show pressure from inflation, rising interest rates, and bloated inventories that have plagued many retailers. So in this quarterly earnings report, it could be negative because we could get the bad side of things too and see how much inventories are backed up, how much spending has gone down from inflation and rising rates, possibly also. As of Friday, 91% of companies in the S&P 500 have already reported the third quarter earnings. So this will be one of the last big weeks of earnings for the next 3 months, by the way, or next 2 months at least. with about 79% reporting actual earning per share above the mean estimate, below the 5-year average of 77% that beat. Companies whose results came in better than feared saw an average increase of the stock price of 2% in 2 days before the earnings release through 2 days after the earnings release, meaningfully higher than the 5-year average price of around 1% for companies reporting earnings beat during the same window. Elsewhere in economic data, the PPI, a reading on inflation from the production side of the economy, is due out on Tuesday, which can move economies as well. PPI, which measures the change in prices paid to the U.S. producer of goods and service, is expected to have cooled. Okay, so we got to talk about Walmart and Target and a little bit of Home Depot. Make sure you subscribe with post notifications on because there's a lot of other stocks that we still need to talk about later on in the week and big updates that we have to give on the market as a whole as well. I would keep going on in this video, but I don't want this video to be, 30 minutes or 20 minutes long. A lot of you guys have voted that you like the videos under 15 minutes, so we'll try to keep them under 15 minutes moving forward. However, once in a while, we might find ourselves with a video over 15 minutes. Join my close friends list, my private trading group. Go ahead and click on success number 6. Read through some of these positive testimonials. Go to some of the most recent ones also and see how much money people have been making. You can see that they've been making hundreds of percent per trade, thousands of dollars in just days of effort. Okay, so here we can even see options account up 65% since joining, well worth the money, and the options trading course 55%, $800 gain, and the list goes on and on and on. So go ahead and read some of those for yourself in your free time, and then you just have to message me here on the Daily Stock Market on Instagram. It's my only stock market Instagram, by the way. 183,000 followers now, 613 posts is the official account. So just message me here and I'll send you over my website so you can see how much everything costs, what the details are, and if it makes sense to you and it's inside your budget, let's go ahead and get you started and make some money in the stock market together and options trading. I also do swing trading, by the way, and long-term investing. So it's the trifecta of investing all in one place. Thank you guys for the love and support. Share this video with a friend if you think that they will find it helpful. Drop a like, subscribe with post notifications on, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.